The Jedi Order forbade their members from forming attachments. Many believe that includes love. The most notorious of cautionary tales was Anakin Skywalker and Padme Amidala, which led to the creation of Darth Vader. For the Sith, love is an inconvenience, seen as a weakness. But the passion shared can also be a level up, so there is a balance that must be learned. But why is it that so many Jedi and Sith can't comply with the rules? Like, the rules are set in stone, and it seems to never be able to follow it, right? Right?
Human nature to break the rules.
Yeah, it's like the Jedi Order is like, you cannot have attachments, and then the Sith Order is like, you cannot fall into selflessness, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, those are the rules, but they seem to like never adhere to the rules. What's going on?
Yeah.
It's almost like they're human.
It's almost like they're human, just about.
What? We can't make them robots? Oh no!
Yeah.
We can try.
Right? But yeah, I mean, one of the things that is key in the lore of Star Wars about it, the rules are meant to be broken, Catherine. Yes, they are. I mean, some rules. Let's not go too far down that. No, let's not pull ourselves into the dark side that far. But you know, the Sith, you know, they view love as a point of weakness. So if a Sith Lord falls in love, like Revan, right? Then they can be manipulated and they can be, used for bad, if you will, or whatever. It could be used against them. And the other thing that the Sith is, you know, the Sith, their principles are really centered around their selfishness, right? They want more power. They want to, what is the number one rule of the one desire of all Sith is to kill their master. I mean, when they set out to create, like, for example, Darth Bane, who created the rule of two, what he set out with that was, a master to hold the power and an apprentice to crave it. Just to set them on this path of, like, rivalry right from the start, And so for the Sith, if they deviate from that, they, to love someone is to give them a part of yourself. You giving them your time, your care, your this, your that, right? And you're not thinking of yourself anymore at that point. And that gets in the way for the Sith. So the Sith pretty much, I wouldn't say that they forbid love. They just, they guide their people to use love as a weapon. And it's really more about the passion. So not to get too, but it's the sex. It's the sex.
Is it always?
I was gonna say, as it often is.
As it often is they utilize this relationships as a way, like, okay, I have a common goal with you, and we can unite in that common goal. But once we attain it, I'm gonna squash you, right? Like, it's very much like that. It's not so balanced or emotional. They're not afraid to take.
They're
that
not sentimental.
Right,
Yeah.
they're not
It's
sentimental.
And it's not
very
born
primal.
of altruism. So
No. It's born of power and the quest
Right.
of power, right? So
Right.
for the Sith, that's
And
really
domination.
their lore. But they really do not have rules like the Jedi Order that say that prohibit them from falling in love. It's just they don't, because it's just not part of their nature, right? Whereas if we look at the Jedi Order has very strict rules in that sense.
Right.
And I think one of the things that, is very evident, I mean, in the prequels, right, we learn that attachments are forbidden. But do they really mean love too? Or is it just like the, not falling into this precipice where you put the person you love before the lives of others, right? Like, which you can go down that path. But the Jedi Order was very much steeped in this very dogmatic view. George Lucas wrote the Jedi to equate to religious zealots.
That's what I was going to say.
Mhm.
And there was a Buddhist influence too, wasn't there, with Lucas?
Yes, there was. Yes.
Mm.
He
And
wanted-
and in
he
that
wanted
and
the
in that
reflection
faith
of
you
all the-
can't.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wanted a reflection of all the religions of the world in the Jedi,
Right.
because and he made that very specific because he wanted to teach his viewers a lesson through and specifically in the prequels, right? Because he wanted to teach them lessons like you can't just dogmatically follow something, because that's just not the way the world works. So like if you think back to, I always think back to Attack of the Clones, the elevator ride with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin's all like, he's all like nervous. He's gonna go see Padme. He's like, oh, do I look okay? Am I right? And Obi-Wan's like, would you chill out, dude? Right? Right? And I always think to that, and I'm like, how could Obi-Wan have not known? Like, there's just no way, right? That Obi-Wan could not have known that this young man obviously had an infatuation with this girl. And,
Right.
And he's like, he turns around and he says, I haven't seen her in 10 years, Master. And he's still holding the torch,
I mean,
like, hello.
Clone Wars season 7 all but confirms that he knew, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's countless signs, but Clone Wars season 7, he just straight was like, "Be careful,
Tell
bro."
Padme I said hello.
Tell Padme I said hello. Yeah, exactly. It's like,
Yeah. He's like,
Tell her I said hello there. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yeah,
no, it's I love how sly he is. It's great. Oh, that
It
makes
is.
me want to talk about him and Satine.
Oh yes. I
Oh.
mean, Obi-Wan himself fell in love. I mean, a lot of people, especially if you've not seen the Clone Wars, you don't know that, right? But Obi-Wan Kenobi had a very passionate feelings for the ruler of Mandalore, who was beautiful. I mean, I can't wait till Cate Blanchett. I can't wait till Cate Blanchett steps into the role of Satine. I'm dying for that. One day. One
That'd
day.
be beautiful.
Give me Ian McGregor and Cate Blanchett, right? Like I all day. But
That'd be
but yeah. Some even said Baby Yoda is Yoda and Yaddle's secret offspring. Yes, that's all. That's been the rumor for a while. That Grogu. I love that Dan can do that.
Yaddle and I, we got down.
Yes.
There's something wrong about that.
There is something wrong about that. I can't think of
Strong with the
Yoda.
Force I am.
Oh Lord.
I do like though that I guess with what we were talking about with George Lucas, just this idea that you need to like kind of challenge things with your own morals and ask questions about things and maybe be able to maybe look at it in a more political way of just being able to like make changes for something that has been like set in stone for so long, when like new ideas arise or general consensus kind of feels another way, just different stuff like that. I think is kind of cool in that, even something that can seem like straightforward and most good, like the Jedi and them fighting for people, like there can still be like flaws in it and things that can that deserve to be changed. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I mean, George Lucas, I mean, obviously he's a genius, but I just love that he kind of set all of these like little lessons for everybody in a world that would attract children, right?
Yeah. Nice.
How genius is that like, let me tell the kids these lessons and have those be part of the foundation of them growing up. That's the dream, man.
It's supposed
Wow.
to be set like, long ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like fables.
Galaxies far, far away.